Am I live? I think I'm live. I do not have my screen up. Give me a second, folks. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I know it will take a little bit for some links or notifications to go out. I'm trying to get all situated here. Oh, yay. What's going on, my friends? This is kind of an unplanned live today. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to throw out some links here. I see there's a few in the chat. I see y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. It's too early for me. So last night, Craig and I, Landshark Picker, were discussing how a few friends of ours are super close to hitting 1,000. So we decided to maybe make it our mission today to help them out, especially because they both like to go live, and they are not able to do so anymore. I know that there's OBS systems you could do it through and all that, yada, yada. Let me throw out some links. Sorry, dead air. I know it's bad, right? 1 more second, I promise. Okay, maybe like more than 1 second. It's still really early in the morning for me, folks. Okay, so it's 9:13, but that's still early. I haven't even drank my full cup of coffee. I don't know who's in the chat yet. Give me a second. I know, taking forever here. Usually I'm a little more prepared, but today not as much. All right. I had to throw out the links to the people I'm trying to help out, you know. All right. Let's see who's here. I see we have 18 people watching. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Colleen, Thrifty Falconer's wife. Hello. Hello, beautiful. How are you today?
Morning, Kimmy.
Hey, Swamp, how are you?
Doing good.
Good. So I just heard that did you just make it?
Yeah, I broke 1,001, I think.
Yay! Well, hopefully we can get you some more and lock that in, because you know how silly YouTube is sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You may lose 1 or 2 here and there, and it's not because of
Yeah.
What
a lot
you've
of time,
done, so.
YouTube drops. You know, a lot of times if people don't watch you, they just take them off automatically for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't tell you how long I'm going to be in here because, like I said, I got to actually start working now.
Oh, that's fine.
It's
That's
10 o'clock.
We just wanted to make it kind of our mission. Like I was saying in the beginning of this, Craig and I were talking last night, and you guys are both awesome, Pat, and you, Glenn. And we were discussing how to help you guys out, because I'm shocked that you guys haven't hit it already. We wanted to make it our mission to make sure. That's cute, Glenn.
Yeah, that's what actually Pat about that. I don't know if you saw it.
That is cool.
Yep, we were going to make it our mission today to make sure you guys hit that number.
And all that, like I said, and Eric with my 1,000 subscriber.
Yay! See, I can't ever remember.
Biscoff, Biscoff, however you pronounce that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think we were lucky we were watching.
Yeah, they got 1,001.
Wow! Congratulations!
Yay!
We're gonna get you there, Pat. He had a little bit of a head start. He was sitting a little bit higher than you were when we started the day. So
yeah, what are you at, Pat? What are you at?
I don't know.
I'm showing 931.
931. Okay.
I'm sorry, 139. 139.
139. We got a lot of work to do at 139.
Just like you had to reverse your age when I said you were 54 or whatever.
Yeah, I know. I'm far away from that.
Yeah, Pat's got a great channel, but I'm not running the show. This is
Yeah, geez, what do you
show.
think you're doing there, Craig? Just come all up on my channel? You think I like you or something?
Watch out, I'll find out on his channel too.
I'm a little outnumbered. Maybe I should throw out some links to some girls. No, I was saying hi to the people in the chat. I see we have Jason Thrift Trader, George Auction Pirate Mike, Cliff, Boondock by Sal, Don, Two Hip Chicks, Urban Viking. Our mission today for those folks who are not subscribed to these two gentlemen, even Craig, if you want, I guess you can go subscribe to Craig if you want.
Who's Craig? Who's Craig?
Yeah, I don't know who is Craig. Who's Craig?
He doesn't have any videos. He just does stupid stuff.
I don't know. He's a pain in my. Oh, but yes, the gentleman in the middle. Well, I don't know where you are actually. I'm gonna pull a Wade and point in the wrong direction of the boxes.
knock your mic off your desk while you're pointing. So you.
I know, right? But the gentleman in the blue shirt right there is Patdees 72. He is
I changed my shirt. I had a red one on earlier. You said I had to wear the same color as you, so.
Yeah, why are you trying to match? But mine's better. Whoa, I got crazy hair going on.
And Craig,
look at mine. Look.
Greg's colorblind, so he doesn't know.
Well, Pat, I'm glad you didn't wear a V-neck shirt. It might have been a little inappropriate.
Yeah. Don't show too much skin.
If I hit 1,000 subs today, I'll cut one for that.
You're not going to pull a Tim Heck, are you?
Mama, Melissa, what's up?
Hey,
so many awesome
Greg,
people.
I'm going to call you a second.
Do what?
I'm going to call you a second. Answer the phone then.
You're going to call him while we're on the live.
Yeah, something happened.
Oh, okay. Well then.
A little emergency.
Okay. All right. You do whatever you got to do. Just leave me hanging. It's cool. They all went mute. What is this all about? I see Nightbot is throwing out links I forgot to undo. Whoops. Nightbot. What are you doing, Nightbot? Calm down over there. Let me turn this off real quick. I guess I'll go over to the chat and say, where'd everybody go? They just all left me. You guys all have verified that all the men just left me. They just up and disappeared. See, Cliff wouldn't leave me. Boondock by Sal, he'd be on here. Nightbot is a bad boy, huh, Melissa? Totally. We are far better moderators than Nightbot. I can't remember who said the other day, but they told me that I was going to put Nightbot out of business. Ashley, what's up? Life with ankylosing spondylitis. I can still say it. That took me a minute to try to learn that.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I call.
Are you talking smack?
I have a big announcement. And Kimberly doesn't even know this, but for tonight's show, I called the nursing home that Craig stays in, and he's actually going to join us tonight on the show because we have an issue with our guest tonight. So we are going to have to rebook John because he's in the middle of traveling across the states, and he just gave me notification. So tonight's show, and it is an hour later because I have my son's graduating, and I asked Craig to fill in, and he's going to come on with me, Kimberly, and Destiny for the 10 o'clock show. So I appreciate.
You chose Craig, though? You need to discuss this with me first. I don't like him.
Well, he did mute me earlier, and I was going to try to ask him earlier, but during that mute part is when I was trying to ask him. But no,
you timed him out yesterday. I think maybe you deserved it.
He's muted now, and we can't hear him. Tell him to unmute himself.
Oh, that's funny.
It would not be a good live show unless one of us got timed out or muted or something.
Right. And thank goodness that wrenches can't de-wrench other people or time them out if they're already blue. Because could you imagine that? It would just be a de-wrenching fest.
I think there's a super wrench coming on.
What?
Hey, the chat is flying by so fast.
I know. I can never keep up with the chat. I see Paul. is here. He's my friend from across the pond. He has a cute little accent. I always tell him to say, Paul, say Facebook for me.
Now, I think Rumsteader Reseller says Jason goes live. I think he actually goes live a little on East Coast time. So, I mean, I don't want to speak for him, but I think he goes live because you got to keep in mind he's an hour behind me. So he might be – our show typically will only be 60 or 70 minutes. And so he's a different time. But, obviously I don't want to cancel the show because we've never had to do that. And yeah, I understand that John is traveling from Missouri to Florida, and John is not a traveler, so he's not enjoying the moment. So he just said to me that unfortunately, and still wanting to commit to doing the show tonight. And I talk to Kimberly all the time, so it's good to have a all
the time. Shh, you're not supposed to tell anybody that, Pat. I'm just kidding. We do talk all the time.
All the time is 10 minutes a day.
10 minutes a day, like 10 times a day. Tell the truth.
And then you publicly call me a PETA.
Well, that's because you are my pain in the. I'm just gonna call you my bread. What up, bread?
Nice.
That's funny. There's a lot of awesome people in here. I see Joy, Be the Difference Clothing's come by. Of course, Swamp is in there, who's the other picture on the panel.
Yeah,
Thrift Trader Jason, he's awesome. You're awesome, Jason. Great job on Wage Channel last night to everybody who was part of that AA meeting, by the way. That's a really good show.
If anybody is not subscribed to Jason Thrift Trader, I know he's a channel that's got a good size following. So if you're not checking him out, he's going to be part of this as well to help promote these two guys. It'll either be sometime this afternoon or tomorrow. He's going to do a formal interview with Pat and Glenn, as long as we can get them on. So be sure to subscribe to him and be looking for that to be coming. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Jason also has a new, I was going to say YouTube. He's got a new Facebook auction that he's doing.
Right. No, I appreciate it.
So
I like Jason. So
yeah, Jason's a great guy. I'm excited by that actually. To see how he does the auction. I saw how well you did, Kimberly, and the other day for 4 hours, and
it makes me laugh because the whole boodle oops that Adam says that I say. I was just trying to do the auctioneer speed talk, and or whatever you call it. I can't do it, so it just comes out.
I see Mike is in the chat. Storage auction pirate.
I did see that. See that.
Mike.
And he's on California time. He's actually he's supposed to be on the show next week, right?
Yes, as long you didn't cancel on us yet, Storage Auction Pirate, did you? No, he's gonna be on there.
That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, he's my special guest for our show 1 week from today. Today's Thursday, right? Yes. And it will go back to the usual time, which is
9 o'clock.
Well, Eastern, yeah.
Right.
Eastern,
well, that's the time that I live in.
Well, that's not the time I live in.
What time do you live in, girl?
Crazy time.
Crazy time, exactly.
Everybody worries about Central Time, Eastern Time, Mountain Time. Why don't we just come up with dang YouTube time?
Yeah.
We need a clock that says YouTube time.
Hey, where you are. I got a package from Derek Camille, the NASCAR man.
What'd you get?
I went on an auction, whatever. I bid on an item. So let's find what it is. I don't even remember what it is.
That's right, Cliff. Boondock by itself does not mountain time.
Cliff, I thought we were friends. Cliff, my Canadian friend. You're supposed to be on my side, Cliff. What are you doing?
Nobody wants to live on the dark side.
You shush your mouth.
Okay.
Destiny.
I don't even remember bidding on this. Battle dice.
Nice. They're marble battle dice. Those are cool.
So,
is that part of like a role-playing game or something, maybe?
Yeah, they're sealed and all that, so I guess I'll find out what I got. Well, there's a better picture of it.
Nice. Do you mind if I give a shameless plug for these two guys, Kim?
No, go for it. All
right, guys. I know we've got a little bit different crowd here than was on my channel. I know we've got some common people, but I see some names that weren't over on my stream. These two guys are great. We've got Pat. This is Glenn that's on the screen right now, Swamp Picker.
Okay.
Patdees 72. They're both Glenn just passed 1,000, but Pat is approaching 1,000, and their main concern is not to be monetized. Their main concern is they want to go live. You know, YouTube has that limitation of not letting you go live on your cell phone or a mobile device if you don't have 1,000 subscribers. They both have great ideas on getting out in the community and going live and getting some great content out for y'all. And we're really trying to push. We've got about 5 or 6 channels that are going to help them throughout the day and into tomorrow to hit those goals. So if y'all don't mind, definitely hit up both of these channels. I know the links are all over the chat. Show them some love so they can get out there and provide you with some great content that's live and out, out and about. And you won't regret it. They're great people.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, they're both good guys. Even though Glenn's about the only one I don't give a really hard time to. He's smart. He stays on my good side. The other two, though, it's questionable. But they are both. Pat's a really good guy. Obviously, he's my YTB best guy friend. Is it BGF, something like that?
I don't know all the letters and the codes, but I listen to what you say.
Yeah, you better.
My nickname is Charlie.
It is,
Yeah.
and I just sent out some more links because I was feeling a little outnumbered. So
I see the Nightbot's in there, ready to time me out already if I act up.
watch out.
I get, yeah.
I'm gonna start banning Nightbot.
I know.
I thought I was going to kick him the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to change the enabled to, or some of the things to disabled. So Nightbot is still on Monday time. I just fixed it.
I'll never forget the first time I jumped in somebody's live and I didn't know Nightbot was what he was. I'm here, they're trying to interact with him. I'm like,
I did that.
Not responding.
I did that. I started to notice that he was in a lot of chats, and I was like, what is up with this guy? Only to find out he's a robot. Somebody asked in the chat what Nightbot, and he's a robot mod. You could set him up to throw out like links that you want, or even block certain words, or even certain people. Well, obviously you can do that just regular through YouTube, but I definitely suggest if you use Nightbot to make sure to get your settings correct, because he is a ninja and he will time out people for too many emojis, too many caps letters. So you got to make sure to set them up right. But I think it's worth it. I know that there, some people like it and some people don't. Thank you, Destiny, the Shamrock Pixie, for joining me. There was too much testosterone all up on this panel.
Did she hear?
What?
Yeah.
Good. So, yeah, but finally someone to stick up for me. Hey, I just want to say something real quick. It says, Jason says I can buy subs at Subway. I don't know if you know this, Jason, or not, but my wife runs a Subway, and I used to own 3 Subways. So I know you can buy and you buy cheeseburgers at McDonald's. you can buy chicken sandwiches at Chick-fil-A. And Melissa from California, she tells me she's in Georgia. She told Craig she was in Georgia, so Craig doesn't stalk her, but she's my stalker. She's in California, but I can't hand out coupons, but I got dollar bills, Melissa.
I think Melissa is the female Nightbot.
I think
she's
so too.
Awesome.
I got my
You're
flea
awesome.
market. I always go to the flea market with dollar bills, because I don't like if someone's asking like $10 for something and I offer them $7. I don't like to hand them a 20 and then they look at me and say, "Well, you can afford the 10."
I don't think that's where you spend your dollar bills. I think you're not being completely truthful with us.
I'm being truthful. Subway, flea market,
Whatever. Making it
rain.
rain.
I forgot to mention Arby's roast beef. We have a Destiny. We didn't have. I had to make a snap decision, and I know I told Craig that he can only come on once a year, but I'm going to allow him on twice a year, and he's going to be our special guest tonight.
Well,
So you
you
don't need
can
to spend
come
it- you
on
don't
more than twice a year. I love
No,
Craig.
on my channel. If you want him on 5 or 6 times on your channel, take the risk.
You don't need to spend those dollars anywhere else because you're gonna need to come off of them for my appearance tonight.
Yeah, how much actually am I going to have to PayPal you for tonight?
I can't say that publicly because it's different based on your whose channel it is.
Yeah, and how
Yeah,
many subs you got by then?
Exactly.
That's pretty
Oh
funny.
boy.
Yeah, don't laugh too hard, Destiny. How are you
Yeah,
feeling, by the way, Destiny?
I am getting there.
That's good.
Healing. Yeah, I
I'm
gotta take it
getting-
one day at a time, man.
Yep. Some days are better than other days. And yesterday, well, the last couple days, I've had to actually lay down and not do anything because it hurt to move. And today, I actually am starting some work. So I'm trying not to push it, and I don't sit for too long. I do have to get up and move around. And so, it all in all, I think I'll be okay. But
No, you will be okay.
I just got to make it through this pain part because the nerve pain is pretty intense,
It will be.
and I've learned that you use your stomach muscles for a lot more things than you think.
Oh yeah.
But the worst part about the whole thing since I've been home from the hospital was when I got that kidney stone. That was worse than my spleen rupturing. It was horrible. But all in all, I'll be okay. I just gotta do
You will be. You're absolutely positively going to be. You have to be.
Yeah.
You're my Irish twin. Hello.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to have this happen.
I know, right? We have some weird luck. It's really kind of freaky sometimes. I call her my Irish twin for a reason. We right out the gate figured out we had a lot of things in common, except for what's the one that we don't, Destiny? What's the one thing that
Cars.
Yep, cars. She has horrible taste in vehicles. Just so you all know, horrible taste in vehicles.
Hey, I love Mustang. I grew up with Ford. Ford is
Yeah. All right.
Ford.
For those in the chat, let me know. Are you Camaro or Chevy fan or Ford fan?
You know what Ford stands for, right?
How about Dodge? How about Dodge?
I don't know about Dodge.
No, this is between Kimmy and I.
Yeah, we're
No,
having a
I'll
battle
jump in
here.
there. I'll
Chevy
mute
or Ford,
myself.
folks?
Hold on,
Oh
I'll mute-
no,
All right,
Mike,
all right.
wrong answer.
All right, Ford
That's the wrong answer.
Ford has got two things. It's either fixed or repaired daily, or found on road dead.
True. See.
I don't know on a Ford. Well, actually, I do on a Ford. I guess I can't talk too bad about them.
Man, where's the treasure hustlers when I need them? Where's my girls at?
Hey, FGS, how are you?
No, look at all those people saying that lucky word. And it's funny because there's two Fords sitting out in our driveway.
We
Yeah,
have
Melissa.
two that are sitting out in our driveway, and one of them actually had a fire almost 2 years ago and runs better now than it did before the fire. And it was a pretty big fire. The whole front end was toasted, but the engine, once the fire was out, Tommy put the key in and turned it so that we could move it back away from the house, and the lights came on, the engine started.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, you showed me. That's what you showed me a picture of that, right? Isn't that what
Yep.
I'm thinking of? That's crazy. Yep. And you said that it runs better since it
yeah,
caught on fire.
Oh yeah, it runs even more phenomenal than it did before. So
Hey, guys, I'm gonna check out because I got a couple things to do, and I'll be popping in, I guess, later. And I appreciate your guys' support.
Yeah, no problem. Make sure to everybody in the chat, if you are not, or if you're lurking, if you're not subscribed to Patdees 72, please do. He's an awesome guy, along with Glenn, who's the other gentleman on the panel. Pat, I know that you're busy today. Thank you for taking the time out to hang out. I'm going to still be making it my mission to get you there, sir.
I appreciate it. I want to shout out to, I hope people realize how important when the people that are in the side chat, football manager John, He's in the UK. I guess he's at the hospital with a family member or a friend showing support. And I had wondered because I hadn't seen him in any of the chats the last week or so. And it's a strange thing. You get connected with people that you don't even see sometimes in person. And John, I know he had sent me a tea a couple months back when I first was early on, and for someone to kind of reach out and do that was just very special. And he's been a great supporter of me personally, and don't think I appreciate it. So just wanted to give a shout out to him. Hey, you guys, if we don't to stay in touch. I don't want to see people that I see that sometimes in rooms where someone will say, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a couple months," and I think about all these people that follow us, and I really appreciate the support. So I'll see you guys all later, and I got to do a couple things, get ready for tonight's show and graduation, and but I do appreciate all the support. So thank you.
Yeah, anytime, Pat. Anytime.
I'll see you later. Bye, Charlie.
That's awesome. I hope that he makes it. He'll get there soon.
He's getting closer. It just went up. I've got the live subscription thing over here. He's at 934.
Nice. I bet that he can make it. Within. I think we could do it in a day.
Where's Pat at right now?
934.
Oh yeah, he'll get it end of the day.
Y'all help him out. Like I said,
Pat's a really good guy. He does really a lot for a lot of people, especially me. He's a really good friend, and he's full of laughter, which is awesome. Those are some of my favorite kind of people. The ones that I watch more are always people that make me laugh.
He's very positive and is great at carrying on a conversation.
Yeah, he is.
So much fun.
Yeah, I'm appreciative of him, and I love the show that we do. I think that we put out pretty good content. I'm excited that we switched the nights up a little bit, from Sunday to Thursday. But I definitely enjoy having him be one of the hosts for that because, well, he's awesome.
No, you can't.
What is he trying to do?
No, you're not doing it.
Thomas?
Anybody know how to test a shock collar for a dog and not on me?
Don't.
Thomas?
I will get my car and I will drive there.
It won't hurt.
No. Send it to Craig. Let him try.
he test it for you.
Just put it on for a second.
No.
If Pat's going to try and test that lamp, he might as well do that too.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
He's being sassy.
Yeah, why are you being sassy?
You're looking for a viral video. You may not be around to read the rewards of it, but
I already had a close call. I don't need another one because my luck.
All right, Jason, appreciate you jumping in. We'll schedule the time for Glenn and Pat to be on your channel. We definitely appreciate you all.
Thanks.
Thank you.
For sure. Thank you for coming by. He's awesome. He's a good supporter for quite a lot of channels.
Yeah. So anybody
I want this tight as it can be,
So if anybody has jumped in recently to the chat, thanks for jumping in. We're here supporting Patdees 72 and Glenn the Swamp Picker, who's on your screen now. They both really want to get into doing live streams, and Glenn has just passed 1,000, but we're trying to ride the wave and help him grow a little bit.
Yeah, because YouTube likes to take those away real quick, so we want to push him just over that.
Tested it
on himself.
I don't know how he tested.
Well, he looks all right.
He wanted to put it on me. Like really, he's so sassy.
I see Jazzy Jazz in the background.
Jasmine was gonna let me put it on there.
Yeah, Jasmine was gonna let.
Jaslyn.
It didn't hurt. It didn't happen. It didn't work.
Oh
I didn't turn on the phone.
It's because he didn't turn it on.
It'd be a great video, how to test a dog collar.
I thought it was a voltmeter.
No, you know what? If you do that, there's going to be a bunch of people, just like the whole Tide Pod, thing. We don't. There are some dumb people in the world. They probably would try it. I'm sure there's already videos like that.
A voltmeter is the easy way.
I was trying to pull up the links that I'm usually on it, but I get a little conjumbled when I'm the one that's in the live. My mod duties are not so great.
It's hard to carry on the conversation with your panel, stay engaged with the chat, and try and drop a link.
Yeah, well, there's a couple channels where I just have them like I made Word documents because it's almost impossible to just keep flipping back and forth and then copying and pasting. So I just made a Word document and that's how I throw it out.
Did you see Herman the Great's comment? No animals were used in the testing of this shot collar.
Herman! I know I said hi to him in the chat, but he is awesome. Let's see, I met him through Ashley, Life of Ankylosing Spondylitis. Herman, you're a good dude. I need to definitely stop by your channel more often, sir.
All right, Pat's at 9:34. Let's see if we can get him to at least 9:40 before we
hop to the next one.
Before 11 o'clock. We got 19 minutes. We need six new friends on his channel in the next 19 minutes. I have faith in you.
Yes, I just put his link out there.
Hey, Crew Conversations. Don't recognize your name. Thanks for jumping in.
Yes, hello, crew. There's all kinds of people that seem to stop through that aren't as common, which is awesome. I always think that that's awesome.
Definitely appreciate it, buddy.
Are you packing up the lamp, Glenn?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, that lamp is really cool. I was a little jealous.
You know, I'm using like 8x8 box and double boxing it. You know,
yeah. Are you gonna put it in? You figured out how to put it in one? Oh yeah. Okay, I see now.
Right there, I'm just in the main box here. Then I'll probably put big thick cardboard on the side, then bubble wrap it super good, and put some styrofoam in the bottom and top, and that way, you know. The biggest thing is to trim the lampshade. I'm thinking I might have to, I'm doing both separate pieces on that.
Yeah, I think just because of the difference in the weight of the lampshade, that's what I would suggest.
This lampshade only weighs a couple ounces. You know, let me see how much it actually weighs. I can tell you right now. I'm guessing 3 ounces. It's not even that. It weighs 4 ounces. You know.
Yeah, I'd do it separate.
You know.
That's a cool lamp. Very cool lamp.
Yeah, definitely, Melissa. Thanks for joining, dropping that link.
Yes, Melissa, you're awesome.
Yeah, you saw that in the show last night and all that. I was doing show and tell and all that. And yeah, I want that.
9:36 for Pat. We had 2 people do it. Don't feel left out. Don't feel like you don't want to do it. Feel the pressure. Everybody's doing it.
Yes, and plus that's where the show tonight is going to be. He's the one that's hosting it.
Yeah, you want to be subscribed and click that bell notification on Pat so you can watch the show tonight. You know when it starts.
For sure.
I'm working on lining up our next. Not that I'm trying to kick everybody off here.
I was going to say what? What, am I not good enough now, Craig? I see how it is.
If I wait until we finish up here, it'll be too late. So I need to be ahead of the game.
I'm just giving you a hard time. No, I think that is really awesome that we're trying to attempt to do this. And we were both thinking the same thing last night. I was, when we figured out how close they both were.
Well, it's all about community. I know I had a lot of help. I know you've had some help later on in your journey. And it's nice to feel that love out of the community of, people are getting so close. Some people wanted to be monetized. Some people wanted it, primarily to do the lives.
Well, I know, Glenn, what you do your lives from your little place where you do your yard sale, or your I know you're in like a storage unit, right?
Yeah, that's what it was about, mainly. Even if I do it live for an hour, I can't do it. So if I wouldn't have done all this, the past 2 days, I probably wouldn't be going live.
And that's the limitation. Even if you're connected to Wi-Fi, it's just from your mobile app.
Yeah, from my mobile app. Yeah, and people don't realize about the 1,000 subs that happened about 3 months ago after that mass shooting in New Zealand. And they made it real strict.
Yeah, I actually don't even know the details of why all that went down or happened. I just heard through the grapevine, kind of, sort of bits and pieces. I wasn't at 1,000 yet, so it did. But I haven't really gone live outside of of the house, so it wasn't affecting me too much. But
no, I've only done it twice before, on YouTube. Well, I think I did one time the garage sale. I kind of clicked it on and all that, and just started walking to the house. Had it kind of camera low, not showing any faces and all that.
Yeah, we have no proof that you've ever left your house, Kim.
Right? The only thing that happens is I switch the picture around or the objects. I like to throw people off and make them think that the house is really big, but really I'm just always in the same room.
It's a green screen. I know.
Yeah, there you go. It's a green screen.
So we've got, like I said, we've got a couple of people on board to help these guys out. Todd, the Flippin' Hustler, is scheduled to be on around 2 o'clock Central Time. I'm working on somebody to fill the gap in between when we get done with Kim and when Todd comes on. So be watching for that. I don't want to mention it yet because I'm not sure if she's going to be able to do it at this time slot. But these may not be back to back, but we're going to try and get Pat there and continue to support Glenn.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if we could do it before the show tonight. That would be way awesome.
Well, and I reached out to some people, and it wasn't just that I was out there looking for people with large channels.
Right.
I wanted to try and pull some people in that maybe had a little bit different following, because it wouldn't do any good if Kim and I, 90% of our subscribers are the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's no benefit. Your subscriber, your group may be a little different than mine. Anita's big into the jewelry. She's got a little bit different following. Obviously, all these people have a lot of commonality in their followers, but people like Jason that have some Jason Thrift Trader that has the storage auction side.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get a gathering of people that kind of overlap, but yet had some of those outliers that would help these guys. So, yeah, 2 o'clock on Jason. I'm sorry, not Jason. Todd, the Flippin' Hustler, 2 o'clock Central, and that's a give or take time. Because I know he's out. He's meeting a viewer and is working on a buy from one of his viewers, and I think he's supposed to be back in the 2 o'clock hour. So be looking for that.
Will do. I've been changing people blue. If I change to blue, I like you. Use it wisely, folks, because I will de-wrench you if you don't.
You're a poet and you didn't know it.
Yeah. Well, I usually say, if you're blue, I like you. If you're not, well,
you're snot.
Either I don't like you or I don't know you. I try to honestly, it just kind of helps me keep track of who I know and who I don't know, or who I've looked at or watched. So that's why I just wanted you all to know I handed a few new ones out. Use it wisely.
Pat's numbers are looking good. 938.
Yeah, 2 more.
Y'all keep it up. We definitely appreciate it.
And then wait, where did you say is the next one?
I'm still working on one. I know Todd Flippin' Hustle will be at 2 o'clock. He said he could do it roughly at 2 o'clock. He's out with that viewer. I think he.
Oh, right. Hawk. There we go.
Hawk, yes.
I was trying to remember what his name was.
Frontier Flipper, second video. Yeah, every one you do, it gets easier and easier. I'm far from being the know-it-all on YouTube. I think a lot of us are in the learning phases, but it gets easier every time you do it.
Yeah, it does. I still get even nervous every time I go in, and it doesn't help sometimes depending on the special guest, but the more often you put content out there, it really does, I think, get easier. And it's kind of a little addicting in a way, honestly. Like, it's fun. It's fun to be able to connect with people.
Well, for a long time, I'm the guy who always.
Uh-oh. I think he accidentally muted himself. I didn't do it.
I promise. I only do that to Pat.
Yeah, you're muted, Glenn. Somehow I don't think I did it.
Destiny has her hands up. She must have done it.
Nope, I didn't do nothing.
Somebody hit my little mouse, but like I said, John Cincinnati Pickard kind of called me out. I was doing a live show with him and all that, and a couple other people. And they said, "Hey, Glenn, you need to start doing shows." So I started doing shows the following week.
Yeah, I like the stuff that you do. I watch a lot of reseller content, but the stuff that I do like is, the haul videos are people who show what they just got. I like watching those types of things, and I know that you do that. What usually your finds? What is it? Sunday, Glenn?
The whole week. I try to do it for the whole week. Like the ones I showed last night were pretty much the last 4 days. Or what?
Yeah, that was kind of an odd time for you to hit up and go live, which was awesome. There was quite the crowd in there.
Yeah.
I had more there than that night, so I might start doing that, you know?
Yeah, there really is. I'm noticing because before, you know, we did our Sunday show, but even then I hadn't really done any nighttime type of shows, and you can bring in quite the crowd. It's hard. It gets hard when you know, grow your circle to not kind of,
You know, I got to capture audience sometime to a certain point.
right?
At night, you know.
Frontier Flipper says they're a wrench collector. Well, don't be trying to sell them, you know.
There's a good market for them on eBay. As long as you get them wholesale or below. Anybody that's subscribed to Pat, Glenn, or anybody on the panel, thank you so much. The best way you can support these channels is to go out and watch their videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the biggest thing. Just because somebody has a lower number of subscribers does not make them any less or less credible as a source for information. Everybody has a different perspective on things. Everybody has a different delivery method. I think there's so many people out there that have channels that aren't as big and have great information. And I'm not saying here's one of those, but you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. And you never know if you're going to like somebody or gather good information from unless you go out there and watch their videos.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And even then, like I know I've come across a few channels where I sort of judged them too quick, and I wish that I would have watched, you know, longer than just a few minutes, because when I finally did, I enjoyed it quite a lot. And it's cool because some of the channels that I watch, I never would have thought that I ever would have even liked, you know, besides just reseller videos. You know, there's a lot of other content that I enjoy watching. I never thought that I'd be into the jewelry community or into jewelry as much as I have been, which is really cool because just watching those, I've learned a whole lot from the ladies who do hauls or, you know, or even their own little auctions. I've learned a lot from there. And then there's a few other channels, like I know Norgus R, Darlene, my good vibe, does a coffee talk in the mornings. I know she was in here earlier, but I'm pretty sure that church started, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But she's, for example, she's not necessarily part of the reseller community. I know Casey does, her son, but it just shows that, you know, reach out there and watch, you know, try watching different channels, because you just never know who you're going to come across, really.
Yeah. Be the Difference Clothing, Joy, her channel, she's a motivated speaker. I mean, you will go in there and she makes you feel like she's known you forever. She's just phenomenal.
She is. And I think let's see, Joy, I know that you're having, is it your second book coming out in July? I want to say that her first one is quotes. I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure, which I think is really awesome. That's a whole nother perspective that, you know, kind of a funnel of funds that I don't think we've really tapped too far into. I did mention to Joy, I was like, you'd be a great person to have on our show, because it's a different, you know, it's not necessarily just yard sales and all that. It's a different kind of funnel of income.
Definitely.
Oh, she says it's out as of last night.
Wow.
That's awesome. Good for you. And it's I don't know if in a sentence or two you can maybe describe what it's about, but feel free to plug it, Joy. You're a good person. I like you, Joy. You bring joy.
She has a new episode of Hello World, and you guys should check it out.
So it's I know we got a good number of content creators in the chat, and I'm gonna throw this on Kim. I didn't even ask her, but I'm sure she's okay with it. If you're a content creator out there, type 99 in the chat so anybody can look you up. Because we're trying to focus on these guys, but it's all about community. We want to help anybody grow that can grow, that needs help. So if you're a content creator, put a 99 out there, and everybody go check out their channels when you get a chance. Because it definitely takes some help. It takes some support from different areas, different people. And
it does.
You never know who's going to be a good creator until you watch their videos.
Joy, I'm not as good as doing Hello World like you are. I tried.
Hello world. Yeah, Joy's. Oh, look at all that. So Jennifer Hayes has 9. Jennifer. She has content. I see Gandhi Goods and Games. Wow, that's a mouthful. Beyond Beauty. What up, Tanya? She is so sweet. Tanya is so sweet. Be the difference. Tanya says, I'm at lunch now, so y'all are in trouble. Are we? I don't know what is going on. I was trying to hit certain people for wrenches, and my screen is like just handing some out. So that's all right, though.
We got Pat at 9:38. Let's get him into 9:42 people. That's all it takes.
Yeah, 2 people. I know that there's
it
2.
The top of the hour.
I'm gonna throw out his wrench. I'm gonna throw out his
wrench by time.
No, could you imagine that? I wouldn't do that to him. He'd really have to peeve me for me to take away his wrench. Pat's awesome. He's a great friend. Like it's hard. I mean, there's pros and cons to being a content creator. You know, you're putting yourself out there, which is pretty scary. But the pro is that you get to meet people, even though it's, through a screen, that maybe you wouldn't have ever met. It's like I found I always talk about my little misfit island, my peeps. But at the same time, it comes with, when you put yourself out there, of course, there's going to be haters. I think the pros outweigh the bad for sure. I think there's far more good. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that you should just do it. Don't be sitting there thinking too hard about what to do or what kind of videos. Just start creating content, because something's going to eventually, click and start working for you. You just got to keep doing it and keep those blinders on. It's like Pat always tells me whenever I get real frustrated, he's like, don't ever forget your why. Like, why are you doing this? Because it's hard, though, behind the scenes. There's people, for example, I had a comment the other day that I laughed too much, and I was a little hurt by it. I was like, really? How you gonna be mad at me that I laughed too much? But you can't let that get to you. And one of my
too polished can hurt you, because then you sound like a con artist sometimes.
Well, and then what do you do when you do meet people, or what do you I think it's way harder to try to put yourself, kind of be fake about it or make people think that you're one way, because eventually that's going to catch up to you.
Yeah.
For real. So
somebody replied to me one time, I said a certain phrase too much and all that, So I'm not going to really worry about it. And you try to control certain things, but like I said, I think being too polished can hurt you down the road, because you just sound too generic.
Yeah, I think
not real.
I think that's great advice. If you're thinking about starting a channel, I'll be 50 years old this year, and I never thought I'd have a YouTube channel. But the first video was the hardest. They get easier every one you do. But one of the things that kind of held me back originally when I first started was trying to come up with an idea that somebody had not done yet. And you can't get in that mindset. There's just so much content out there. But like I said earlier, everybody has a different perspective. So don't be afraid to do, a video that's already out there. If you're just getting started, just turn the camera on and start talking.
Literally.
You do it.
Well, 90% of the stuff we do is the same. Everybody does it here. Does it the same way. It's just doing it your own way.
Right.
Because if you say you're copying this off me, so heck, you're copying it off 20 other people yourself.
Right. But they had to. Yeah. Exactly. And I honestly think a lot of what really the driving force behind why some people become grow quickly is really not necessarily the content. It's how they are on camera and going about sharing that content. I really think that the person has a lot, to do with it. So don't be afraid to be yourself, because one of my favorite sayings is, if you're not yourself, then how are those looking for you gonna find you? And it's a true statement. You know, I remember my first few videos where I was really, really worried that, because I'm a little bit of a dork, I know.
A little bit.
Yeah, I already knew that was gonna come out of your mouth. I'm a little unique, I guess, more of an oddball, and I'm okay with that. But at the beginning, I was trying to figure out, well, maybe I shouldn't, you know, should I turn the full on crazy? Should I just be me, you know, or should I, you know, tame it back? And I remember even asking in a live once, like being kind of paranoid about it. And then I just stopped caring, honestly, because if people are going to not like me for me, then I don't really want them to follow me in the first place, you know?
Right.
I think it's best to just be yourself, for sure. And just do it.
If you be yourself, it makes it so much easier to do videos because you're not worried about how do I have to act? How did I act in my last video? You know, just trying to be yourself, and it just flows that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
Oh yeah. I'm a hot mess on my channel. I can't be scripted.
I mean, if
Never
you're
know
not,
what's gonna happen.
yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I spilt my coffee live on our show.
Yeah, you did.
All over the place. I was showing a cleaning product. And it was out of my hand.
That's funny. I'm trying to think of what's the worst that's happened to me live. Well, so of course there's a video where I thought nobody was in the chat, and I went, I mean, how long did I go through that? You're the one who told me, Destiny. You're like, you realize that there's people in the chat. I went serious. I don't know how long that video was.
Yeah,
I went quite some time not realizing that there was a single person in the chat. And I felt so discouraged until I realized that there was people in there the whole entire time. I wanted to quit that day. For real, I was like, I'm never going to do this again.
Yeah, and I think it was because you didn't have it on live chat or something. And
yeah, something
it just
like
wasn't
that.
registering. So I had to message her like, you know there's people talking to you, right? And she's like, no, I thought I was just by myself. And I'm like, no, you weren't.
Yeah. And then there's the other time where I had put, it was one of the first times I had worn my earbuds, and I was trying to like hide part of it so it wasn't in the way, but it got stuck in my shirt. And I was all yanking on it. It was totally stuck down my shirt, and it made me panic. Craig, what's maybe you won't tell us, but you should. What is an embarrassing moment or something that's happened to you live that you're like, oh my gosh?
You mean like on YouTube?
Yeah, going live. Have you done anything that you were like wanted to facepalm yourself for?
Well, when I first got started, you know, it's odd. I've got two monitors right here in front of me. My laptop sits to my left. So I'm always turned this way. And it seems odd that I'm not looking at the camera. I probably got to do a better job with that. But when I first started, I was very self-conscious of my pile back there. Not that that's embarrassing, but it's, you know, it's the reseller's dream is to have a pile like that, I guess. I really don't have anything embarrassing that I can think of. But, you know, at first when I got started, I was like, I need to cover that up. Then finally I was like, to heck with it, you know?
No, just leave it. I'm looking for Waldo. Has anybody seen Waldo?
Yeah.
That's what I always look behind resellers. I'm looking. I'm all, where's Waldo at? I know he's got to be somewhere.
It was so funny. I think Todd Flippin' Hustle was on doing one of his lives. It's been a month or two ago. And he stepped out for something, went out to the car, went out of the, you know, the basement, wherever he works. And we had a bunch of people still in the chat. He was coming back. And I don't know if I started or somebody else did. There's like a bear on his shelf or something sitting over there. Like, that thing is possessed. I saw it move. You know,
wasn't that the 12-hour live day or whatever?
It may have been. I think it was. It was.
I think he was taking a break or something during that. I remember that because it was like the light. I don't know if it was the light or what, but it was making the bear's eye like twinkle. It was a little weird.
Yeah. All right. So we may not have another one to go directly onto after we get done here, unless somebody else wants to. We're open to anybody that would want to host and help help Pat and Glenn out. Don't feel like you have to be in the circle or whatever, but we definitely appreciate it. We've got Anita Fanita that's going to be on a little bit later, and Todd. Todd, the Flipping Hustler, is going on at roughly 2 o'clock Central Time. So he'll probably be the next. It's 11 o'clock Central Time, so a couple hours away. And then we've got Anita that's going to probably follow up the hour after that. She's going to be in the 3 o'clock hour.
Awesome. And then don't forget tonight, Patdees 72 is hosting the show. So make sure that you are subscribed to him, because that's one of the people we're trying to help out. And then, of course, Glenn Swamp Picker. He did hit 1,000 today. Yay for Glenn. But we want to make sure that that is set in stone for him, because we know how drunk YouTube can be sometimes by giving and taking away subs.
Yeah.
So make sure that you are subscribed to Glenn. Glenn's a good guy.
Had somebody jump in. Bounty by observation. Sorry, I don't recognize your name, but welcome. We're here trying to help out two great guys. Patdees 72.
I will put out his link
earlier, and it was on the panel. He had something come up and had to drop for a little bit.
Well, he's going to his kid's graduation today, so he's a little busy. He's always pretty busy, but yes.
But we're here showing them some support. Glenn just passed 1,000 earlier. Pat is approaching 1,000. So if you're not subscribed and you're in the chat, please head over and subscribe to Pat. He's wanting to go live on his phone.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that's a creator knows you can't do that until you get 1,000. So it's not about the money for these two guys right now. They've got some great plans on doing live broadcasts from their phones. And as a community, we feel like we need to help them get there.
Yeah, well, they were doing it even, before, and then they had that whole thing go down where you couldn't, go live from your phone unless you had 1,000. So it would be good for them to get back into that groove. I know, especially, Glenn was doing his little live garage or yard sale videos, which is pretty cool. I like those. I like videos like that where you feel like you're there in person, watching. And then, of course, he had his little sign. He made a little sign that told people that he was recording live. I think that's funny. It's probably a good idea. I always worry about that sometimes. Maybe I just shouldn't, but I don't want to make
reasons. I don't want somebody, under the protection side. Am I supposed to be on camera? Well, it's kind of late. You didn't read the sign out front. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
and I had one guy one time say that I don't want to be on camera, but he missed a sign out front and he missed a sign right below the telephone, and he stepped to the side, but everybody can hear him talk,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, it's good that you let them know. Nowadays, it's like, you even see people walking down the street talk to themselves. I just assume that they're maybe a YouTube creator or they're on a Facebook call, because it's just kind of the way of life. Whether you like it or not, like it's, the way that life is kind of becoming is there's a lot to do with the internet. So either jump on the bandwagon or not, I guess. Hello, Fishing and Picking. So they say, Swamp, did you have a camera on when the dog bit ya?
Oh, no. I'm working on that, actually.
Yeah, that's crazy that happened to you. I didn't hear how that happened to you. I just know that
I got a little backyard back there. I went back there and it came underneath the house and popped me once.
That's crazy. There's this person who comes and walks their dogs behind the property behind me.
Pat's lamp.
Oh, nice. And they, so this lady walks their two dogs that I don't know what they are, but they're huge. And I'm always worried because she doesn't have them on a leash. And here you're supposed to have your dog on a leash, but they're big enough to where they can hop my fence, I guarantee, in a heartbeat. So I'm always, I don't know.
Even the insurance people, if they come to your house, doing a survey and see dog bowls or dog houses, they're going to ask, how big they are.
Yeah, these dogs are huge in comparison to my dog. I have a Chihuahua Schnauzer mix. She's small like a Chihuahua, only weighs like, I think 6-7 pounds now. And that big dog is basically their head is the size of my dog. So always be mindful, you know, and respectful. If I have to follow the rules, so should everybody else. That's what I figure. And plus, all it takes is one of them to hop the fence
Right.
and grab her,
Yeah.
you know, because she's, of course, barking at him. I mean, that's what she's supposed to do. She's protecting the yard, but all it takes is one of them. And I had a Rottweiler who hopped a 6-foot fence, and he was smaller than these two dogs that are always roaming around. So be mindful and respectful of others. Cliff says, still can't say boodle boodle oops without smiling.
So guys, I'm gonna step away for a second. I gotta look up some orders. For my customers.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if we want to wrap this up and then do what we need to do, you know, get a few things done before we hop to the next channel.
Oh, bye everybody, since you're about to hop off, you know.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn, for hanging out. I hope that we can still continue to make your number grow to get it set in stone for you.
Thank you, everybody. Get me over 1,000. It was Eric that got me over 1,000. But thank you, and having this show, you know, promoting me.
Yeah, no problem, Glenn. You're a good guy.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, bye. Oh, I just hit the wrong screen. So yeah, I know what Todd would be the next, who's in maybe a few hours.
Yeah, sorry, the wife call.
Oh, you're fine.
Todd is 2:00 Central Time, roughly. He's probably still busy with Hawk, I assume. And then I just talked to Anita. She is going to go at roughly 3:00. So anybody that's in the chat that wants to follow along, great. We got Pat to 9:40. I just looked over there and noticed that.
Yay!
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
Good.
We're going to get him there.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, anybody that has any reach out there, share the link to Anita's channel and Todd's channel on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, wherever you can put it out there, Instagram. We would definitely appreciate it. We need to get Pat 60 more. But we're going to go 2:00 on Todd's channel, flipping 2:00 Central with Todd and 3:00 Central with Anita.
I think we could do it. I really love that. I mean, it just shows how amazing this community is. Not only just the reseller community, but the YT community, the YouTube community. I think that it's awesome that, you know, people kind of round up and attempt to help each other out. It's a beautiful thing. And Pat is so deserving, you know, to hit that number. And then, of course, Glenn, we already got there. That is amazing. I see somebody in the chat said they hit 1K last week. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Nice, Mike. And like I said earlier, you know, if these channels are not monetized yet, the best way you can support them, the best way you can support any creator is by watching their videos.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yep. Agreed to that. On that note, I think I'm going to wrap this up since I'm still in half of my pajamas.
Would you mind adding the links to Todd and Anita and everybody else that are kind of on the panel of helping them with this in the description? I need to go back and do the same on mine.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll add it in the description so you guys all know where we need to head. And I appreciate you, Craig, for you know, helping and for also kind of coordinating this. I just pretty much was like, I'm in, you know, when you messaged me. I know I give you a lot of hard time through the chats, but if anybody's been watching Craig and I, Landshark Picker and I, y'all should know that we are friends. And I appreciate you, Craig, and all that you do for the community. And I think that it's awesome that you're going to be on the show tonight, who again is hosted by Patdees 72. If you're not subscribed to Craig Landshark Picker, I know that he's not throwing himself out there today, but I will because he's awesome. Make sure that you are subscribed to Craig Landshark Picker. He's a good guy, funny guy. I appreciate you, Craig, and I know so many in the community too. And then, of course, Destiny, the Shamrock Pixie, my friend. I love you. I just threw her out a link. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm like, all right, there you go. Pretty much every time. I love you, girl. You are also another great supporter to a whole lot of people, and also another co-host to our show tonight. Pat is the host tonight, and we are The co-host, he's going to be, well, we'll see what he asks Craig, right? No.
This should be interesting.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
prepared for questions galore.
Yeah. It should be a good show. It's always, I think we try our best to put out some good, content and also kind of help the community get to know whoever it is, that we're spotlighting that night. And tonight it would be you, Craig. So make sure, you get your bingo game in or whatever it is that people tell you to do.
Great point in the chat, Tanya. Is it Tanya or Tanya? I'm sorry, I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I always wonder if I'm saying that wrong.
And if I mispronounce anybody's name, I apologize. She said, for those that can't go live, you can make a video to shout out Pat. Yes, that would be greatly appreciated. And it show a lot of support, definitely. I'm sure Pat would be greatly thankful for that.
He's deserving. The guy's got a heart of gold. Like he's the funny guy. He's known as being funny around the reseller community, but he not only is he funny, he's a really smart guy. He has a lot of good information, and the dude's got a heart of gold. I mean it when I say that, like, he's talked me kind of off the ledge of wanting to quit YouTube. He's always reminding me, he's like, Kim, remember why you're doing this. And he's right, though. That's the greatest advice, really, is at the end of the day, when you get really frustrated, even with reselling or whatever it is, your job, whatever it is in life, you need to remember at the end of the day why you started this, why you're doing this. Keep your eye on the prize and just keep going and never give up. So I appreciate everybody. We're going to close this down. I'm not sure how long we've been live. Oh, I guess just over an hour. And I'm assuming I will see you all in the next chat, which would be, as far as I know, Todd.
Todd, 2 o'clock Central, Flippin' Hustler.
Be there or be square.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you to all you in the chat. I'm going to say goodbye to someone in the chat, and then we are going to end this. Goodbye, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. Every day I'm hustling. Thank you for being here. Tanya, Mike Wolf, Joy, Be the Difference, Rosie's Closet, Crystal, I miss you so much. I'm hoping we see your face live soon, darling, or even in a pre-recorded video. I know that life is busy, but
we missed the cooking videos.
I know, right? And Two Hip Chicks, Dawn is another amazing person. Make sure you are subbed to her as well. Cliff Boondock by Sell, my Canadian friend. I appreciate you, sir. Amelia Sells. Of course, Landshark Picker, Rump Stump Reseller, everybody. I can't even name you all. There's so many. I appreciate every one of you, and we will see you all in the next chat. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.